Do you want early access? Do you want uncut reactions? If so, then check out our Patreon. Link in the description down below. Hey everyone. Everybody, raise your hand if you've ever had trouble maintaining a proper sleep schedule. Yeah, that's currently what we're experiencing right now. Nick just woke up about, 30 minutes ago? What'd you say? And I've been up, I took a nap and I was like asleep until about 7:30, 8 o'clock. And I feel very energized. I don't think I'm supposed to be feeling that way at 1:30 in the morning. This isn't normal. But hey, when have we ever been normal? This is sort of the game that we play. We've never been normal. Anyway, we have here the episode of, episode 7 of season 4. So let's go ahead and just get cracking with it. Are you ready, Nick? Let's go. It's about what I would expect. I mean, trying to build like a rocket at age 10 is you're gonna make mistakes.
Dangerous.
Yes.
Going to get you arrested for terrorism, probably.
Next
Probably,
one's
yeah.
getting off the ground. You save loads of time by sharing info with your colleagues. That's how science works.
And thus, got sent all the way.
You mean you're sending that message all over the world?
Ah, Johnson Space Center. That's in Alabama.
Got a question from a kid in elementary school. If space is black, then how come the sky is blue? And here's one from a Japanese student.
What's the little tyke wanna know?
There's like, what the hell?
There's no way in 10 billion years I could have crunched numbers that nasty on the potato I call a PC. So I set up a VPN on a lab server at the university my dad taught at and used the sewer.
I'm pretty sure he's confessing to some serious crimes here.
Just ignore him.
And there he is. Zeno Houston Wingfield.
I've included the math below for reference, but long story short, the nozzle needs to be made of niobium alloy. Dr. Senku, I suspect your efforts are being led wildly astray by faulty data that has a rhodium platinum alloy heat sensor. Science is elegant. Signed, Dr. X.
Sounds like something a kid would have problems getting a hold of.
Try the 100-yen store. Wonder how much the thing costs.
Several $100,000 probably.
I need that magic card.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
The mythical demon's credit card is a ridiculously powerful tool. Any astronaut training in the U.S. can buy whatever scientific equipment they want, and it's all in the government's tab.
You're going home already?
Wow. Okay.
The government from America is going to be like, why are all these purchases happening in Japan for all of this high-tech equipment? This is not good.
I could have made do without it, but it's hard to argue with free. I'll take any advantage I can get, and this is huge.
Free.
With my mountain of
Shout
equipment,
out to your dad's credit
and all
card.
the knowledge I'm gaining in Dr. X's online classes.
Oh, little rocket truck.
Real life Rocket League.
Yeah. Oh.
Wonder what that project would have been.
Helium-3.
That might be the first hint into his motivation so far, because if he had some major project that NASA rejected, now that NASA's not lording over him, that may be his end goal.
Well,
is to bring his project back.
With the power of science, a knowledgeable man could guide the ignorant masses to truth and rule over them completely. That makes science a rather elegant power.
that's the beginning of his aspirations for, like, control.
Sounds stupid boring. I want to uncover all the world's secrets, and that includes everything in the cosmos, too. All of it. Everything.
What would you do if you were sent back in time to the Stone Age?
I'd create scientific weapons from scratch and rule as a dictator.
But what if there were rival scientists?
Exactly. That wouldn't change anything. I would have no choice but to annihilate this person. A true battle for the stone world, in which only one can reign supreme.
Huh.
You going somewhere?
Just Africa.
Yeah.
My son's on the way!
Oh, you two must be real close, huh?
Actually, the awful reason he's coming to see me is because my credit card expired. I should mention his name is Senku.
That name.
So they actually met before.
Damn. One on a path of control and one on a path of exploration. Two sides of the same coin. They met in passing, but they didn't really talk or anything.
It's safe to assume these are real swallows turned to stone.
That's an innovative approach. Old fogies like me can hardly use a smartphone, much less analyze its data. This kind of science is a young person's game.
Didn't they mention the swallows at the very beginning of the series?
Mm-hmm.
We completely forgot about that, I feel like, or at least I did.
Just a slight ion outflow in response to nitric acid.
UV radiation? I've never seen a mineral like this before. Honestly, I'm not even sure it is a mineral.
So it's not actually even stone necessarily.
No, it's something else entirely.
We're making gasoline out of plastic bottle caps today.
And
Normally
here's
you would
where it
use something
happens.
super porous like zeolite.
My understanding that today's event was just supposed to be a DARPA tech demonstration. But if that's really true, then why invite soldiers from special
Oh, he's a
forces like
Marine.
me?
It's a gathering of the best. All of the most talented superheroes in America. Wonder what the deal is.
Big woman.
Here's your answer. I believe there's a very slight potential deviation around the head. They're brain waves. It has somehow remained conscious.
So if you get hit by this new weapon, you're saying there's still a chance of survival if you can somehow force yourself to stay awake?
I brought you a little gift that I think would look absolutely lovely on you.
Sam!
Please accept it. She's not the type to be impressed by a flashy display, you filthy bastard.
That light.
There it is.
What could it be?
Run for cover right now! You can't escape petrification, but the real test comes after! We must maintain consciousness! We'll protect Miss Luna if it's the last thing we do! Right, Carlos? That's right! I'm sorry. I'll wash it later!
Really?
You idiot. And thus the whole world was petrified. I'm also glad that they kept the timetables right because it was nighttime in America, but it was morning in Japan, so that tracks.
I'm a capable, cool-headed woman! It's my destiny to find myself a capable man and form the ultimate power couple!
I'm used to staying awake without moving for days on end. This is no different than the time I've spent sniping.
So basically everybody with like a very powerful will, like, could just manage to pass the time without forgetting to think, essentially.
Yeah, sort of like Taiju, because Taiju, the number one thing on his mind was Uruziha.
So I guess it wasn't Zeno, because I don't think he would have ended up in such a weird position if it was him.
We were all congregated at Pinnacles National Park. It's filled with saltpeter caves. That means nitric acid. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing yet, but it's better than no denaturation at all.
9,157,661,240 seconds.
Of science!
Damn. I'd say that's the first, like, 5-star episode of the season so far.
It did a lot, man. It explained Zeno's backstory.
Normally I hate flashbacks, but, like, we needed this to really, like, put the current season's events into perspective for why things are happening, you know?
Yeah, I agree. This was really good. It was good to see, like, Zeno's backstory and the fact that he's not the one responsible for what happened. Mm-hmm. But still, he's got his own like desires and will to do stuff. I think that he's just lost himself to the idea that he has to control everything.
He just doesn't want to answer to someone else, I feel like.
No.
Sort of a childish response in a way for how, like, smart he is, you know?
Oh, yeah. I hope he actually wakes up to the fact that he's making a mistake doing what he's doing.
Well, this seems to be the kind of show where most of the villains just end up, like, joining the side of the protagonist eventually. They all have, you know, the redemption arcs and...
Well, yeah. Tsukasa.
Even ones that I kind of wish hadn't, you know?
Well...
like Perv Man.
Oh, yeah. Maz. And then, of course, Hyoga, which Hyoga...
So at least they killed the evil old guy, you know?
Ibarra? Yeah, at least he's dealt with.
But, like, yeah, basically everybody else has just ended up on their side at this point. Even the people that seemed like they never would be on their side and somehow ended up on their side.
Well, Hyoga's the one that, for me... Hyoga tried to kill Tsukasa's little sister.
Yeah. Just doesn't make a lot of sense.
And for me, it's like him being on a very tight leash because of his skills. I understand to a certain degree, but like Tsukasa, dude, well, okay. I'm just gonna point this out. Vegeta is one of like the most well-known like bad guy turning good guy stories in all of manga/anime. And he's done a lot of very bad stuff. I mean, let's not forget, on Namek, he killed a lot of Namekians. A lot of them. And, of course, we can't forget, just the fact that he came to Earth to take the dragon, or to, take the Dragon Balls and kill people. That's what he was there for. And if it weren't for Goku, he would have. But, yeah, and Nappa killed an entire naval naval arraignment, and it was just phew, it's crazy. But if a character can turn over Tsukasa is the one that makes the most sense to me, because the reason why he had such a jaded worldview of adults was because of the treatment that his sister got, and the fact that they were from a broken home, and the fact that an adult who was abusing his power beat up Tsukasa for taking shells off the beach. And which, by the way, I don't know how it is in Japan, but the beaches on the west coast of the United States, from north to the south, are all public property. Nobody owns the beaches. So that's one thing people tell you, if you're walking on the beach in California and they're like, get off my property right now. And it's beaches are public property. You don't own it. Which is why you'll see countless homeless people sleeping on the beach, because they're allowed to. So that's just how it is. But anyway, back on the topic of Tsukasa. When they came across Tsukasa's little sister, revived her, and it basically revitalized Tsukasa's desire and will to help people. And I think maybe if they do something like that with Zeno, maybe he'll turn over a new leaf. Because he hasn't killed anybody yet. But he is, on the pathway to do very bad things. So, fingers crossed. Here's to hoping that doesn't happen. Anyway. Anything else you'd like to add? Or okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen.
Keep the train moving, because we got a lot to do.
Chugga chugga choo choo. So... we're just going to end this one here, everybody. So thank you all very much for tuning in. This was Dr. Stone, Season 4, Episode 7, The Two Scientists. Feel free to let us know what y'all thought. And till next time, I'm Nate.
I'm Nick.
Y'all be good people. Take care. Peace.